guys, we are back with another song by Eminem. We had to take a little break yesterday because we had a family event. And what song are we doing today?
Today we are doing session one. It is the final track off of the deluxe version of Recovery.
I don't think I know this.
So it's featuring Slaughterhouse. Do you know Slaughterhouse?
I've heard, but I don't really know who that is.
Okay, so it's actually not, it's technically three quarters of Slaughterhouse is on this song. So Slaughterhouse is a super group that Eminem signed, and it's Royce the 5'9", Joell Ortiz, Crooked Eye, and Joe Budden.
I know
So
Joe Budden
yeah, and
and like
you know
Royce.
Royce from Bad Meets Evil.
Hmm.
So Joell Ortiz,
I don't know him.
he did remember he did the remix to Beamer Benton Bentley. He did Nisa Honda Chevy.
Oh, yeah,
Remember
I
that?
know.
I figured you know that one.
Yeah, I know that song.
So yeah, they're like considered a super group, and they were signed to Shady Records. For whatever reason, so they're like broken up now.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, Joe Budden isn't on this song.
Oh,
I think he might have had some issue with the label he was signed at that time. Ironically, on Eminem's most recent album, he had the three same guys in here minus Joe Budden on one of his tracks again because
it's interesting.
they
Maybe they
started.
don't like each other.
Oh no, they don't. They're
Oh,
dissing each other back and forth.
well, there you go.
Well, Joe doesn't rap anymore, so he critiqued Eminem's album, and then Eminem started responding, which we will get to in his later albums. It's very interesting. Anyway,
I
so
forgot what he was big for. What was his song?
Pump
Big
It Up.
song. There had to be another one.
That was the biggest one. Pump It Up.
When was that from?
I don't know, early 2000s.
No, there had to be another one that was
I mean, that
popular.
was his biggest one. So he did like a lot of like the had like the mood music mixtapes. I don't know if you're familiar with those.
I don't know. I know there had to have been something,
Maybe.
something else,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Yes. So yes, this is the final track off the deluxe version of Recovery, as I said. So we will listen to this. We'll break it down, and then that's it. We're done. We'll do our album, breakdown tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yay, this has been a while. I feel like it's been a while.
Yes. All right.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all social media channels. Links in the description below. And our username's right there. Okay.
Okay.
And let's go.
Session one.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise! Oh shit. Yeah. Y'all ready to get this shit started or what? Alright. Well, I brought some friends with me too. Now I ain't back just for the sake of just saying I'm back. I could relax, but I'd rather stack ammo on tracks. Couples and X, light a couple wax candles than black. Gotta relapse till I yak Jack Daniels and yak. Burnt bubbles, attitudes immaturing. Double shot of Bacardi, party, vision is blurring. Whoa, I can't see shit, my words get to slurring. Uh-oh, you can call me R. Kelly now, you're in trouble. What's occurring before, after, and during the show has no bearing on the bad news I'm bearing. Whoa, what is it, wordplay? Yo, I'm pushing you out the door. So suck my dick on the couch if you want a cushion to blow. Now stomp your fucking feet till you get this squish in the hole. It's pandemonium, standing on when you see him. Oh, damn, baby, you look good. You're giving me wood. You should pull over like a sweatshirt with a hood. Let's network, get a poly on. You and me both break bread, but I'm copping over this game that pins a loaf. Now, homie, who's your favorite pain in the ass? Who claims to be spitting the same flames as me? I'm Kanye when he crashed. In other words, I got the hood on smash like I stepped on the gas. Destroyed the front end, deployed the damn airbags from the dash. Went through them and laughed, came back an hour after the accident. Beat a goddamn jawbreaker in half. So stop faking the funk and start shaking your ass. Slaughterhouse in the house with the car caves and the rap and just plays on the track. What the fuck's more amazing than that, slut? Answer me that. Royce, where you at? I'm right.
Yeah, I don't know this.
Yeah, I honestly I didn't think you would. So as I mentioned when we did Riders, this song and Riders I didn't hear for like a while. Do you know what I mean? Because the deluxe version, for whatever reason it didn't come across my radar. I don't know why. So this and that one I wasn't that familiar with till like, many years after.
Interesting.
Yes. So, yes, Eminem starts off the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Oh, shit, yeah. You're ready to get this shit started or what? And then he says, all right, well, I brought some friends with me too. Okay, so he starts off his first verse saying, now I ain't back just for the sake of just saying I'm back. I could relax, but I'd rather stack ammo on tracks, couple Xanax, light a couple wax candles, then black, out and relapse till I yak Jack Daniels and yak. So, I mean, this is self-explanatory again. So, Recovery was his second album after his hiatus, like we discussed after Relapse. So he's still like expressing like, oh, I'm back, right? And even more so on Recovery because he feels like he really felt like himself again. Like he said on Encore, I was on drugs, Relapse, I was flushing them out. You know what I
Mm,
mean? So he's still referring to like getting back into music from, his little hiatus.
okay.
So he's saying, yeah, I'm back, and not just to say I'm back, like I'm here.
Yeah.
So then he said I could relax, but I'd rather stack ammo on tracks. So, just stack up tracks, spit his bars,
Yeah.
couple Xanax. So, yeah,
Mhm.
he's painting this image of relapsing, which he says,
Yeah, basically.
lighting a couple wax candles. He always mentions candles, which I think is so funny.
Random. Maybe he likes them.
Yeah,
I like candles.
yeah. My favorite line on Marshall Mathers LP. It's like, I light a candle, place it up on the mantle, grab a knife by the blade, and stab you with the fucking
Oh
handle.
yeah, I remember you saying
I love that.
that.
So yeah, he's saying he's gonna light a couple wax candles, then black out and relapse till he yaks Jack Daniels and yak. Burp bubbles, attitudes immaturin', double shot of Bacardi, party, vision is blurring. So he's starting to explain what's happening now that he started doing drugs and drinking. His
Yeah,
attitudes are becoming immature. You know what I mean?
he's changing.
Yes. His vision's getting fucked up. And
Yeah.
he says, whoa, I can't see shit. My words get to slurring. Uh-oh, you can call me R. Kelly now. You're in trouble. So
Oh God.
the play on urine and you are in.
Hmm.
So yeah, R. Kelly obviously had
He
the
peed
sex
on
tape.
someone,
Yeah, and
right?
supposedly she was underage. So that's why I'm saying you could call me R. Kelly because you're in trouble. So you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And he says, what's occurring before, after, and during the show has no bearing on the bad news I'm bearing. Whoa.
Nice.
So it's a play on bad news bears, right?
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah. And then, so yeah, it has no bearing. It
Yeah,
makes no
like
difference.
it holds no water,
Yeah.
like,
On the bad news that I'm bearing. So
and then
that's
bearing that I'm like holding or like,
exactly.
yeah.
And like I said, a play on bad news bears, which is cool. And then, whoa. He says, what is it, wordplay? No, I'm pushing you out the dough so you can suck my dick on the couch if you want to cushion the blow. So
It's
self-explanatory.
actually really funny.
Yeah, now it is. So obviously, literally cushion, blowjob, the saying to, make something softer, be less harsh.
Yes.
Then he says, now stomp your fucking feet till you get to squishing a hoe. It's pandemonium. Stand in. Know when you see him. Oh. Stand in O when you see him. Okay, they fucked it up. So he says, it's pandemonium. Stand in O when you see him. Like standing ovation.
Okay.
Yeah, so stomp your feet till you get to squish in a hoe. Self-explanatory. Just get fucking wild. Pandemonium. Standing ovation when you see him. Says, damn baby, you look good. You're giving me wood. You should pull over like a sweatshirt with a hood. So, pull over sweatshirt. It's like kind of like
Yeah.
the bar before where he's doing this funny little fucking like play on words.
Yeah.
So he's saying, "Oh, you should pull over though." Like, "Oh, let me talk to you." Then he says, "It's neck work. Get our poly on, you and me both." Okay, so I
Like the bird?
yes. So okay, so this there's a I have slight confusion on this bar here. So I you hear the word the phrase like poly in
Like
rap.
Polly want a cracker.
So you hear it a lot. So he's saying it's neck work, get our poly on, you and me both. So I'm assuming he's referencing like a blowjob, right? Because you know how like the parrots and shit.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. So poly is like you hear. So I think that's what he's referencing there. But you hear other rappers say it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we could poly." So I don't know if when other people say it, they're because poly could be like short for like politicking, you know what I mean? If we're
oh,
politicking, like we're talking, you know what I mean? Like we're going back and forth. But in this one, I do believe that he's referencing like a blowjob. Do you know what I mean? Because he says it's neck work.
yeah. Well, what it what it makes me think of is anytime I see cockatoo and they get like a little threatened when you come up to them, they like put their hair up like that and they start like going like that with
Yeah,
their head, and then like
exactly.
you could actually get them to do it too. Like if you look at them and you start doing it, then like they'll start doing it, and then you're both like do it for like an hour.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
so
guess
funny.
that's what they're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
the head
so
movement.
funny.
Yeah. And he says you and me both. So I don't know. Maybe he's saying, "Oh, I'll do it to you too." You know what I mean? Then he says, "Break bread while I'm copping over this game to pinch a loaf." Now, homie, who's your favorite pain in the ass? So break bread.
Like mingle.
Yeah, so I mean, so you could literally mean break bread as like dining together, right?
Yeah.
Break bread, making money together, you know what I mean? So being like cooperative type of relationship, break bread while I'm copping over this game to pinch a loaf. So he's shitting all over the game, right? And then he does the bread and then the loaf. So that he ties those two in
And
together.
that means pooping.
Yes. So, but
Not that
like,
he goes pain in the ass. That goes with the
yeah,
pooping.
so he
He does
does,
a lot of poop.
yeah,
There's
of
so much
course.
poop in this album.
Yeah, so he does bread and then loaf. So the loaf ties to the bread there,
Yeah.
and then the loaf with the shit ties back to the ass.
Ass.
He said, "Now, homie, who's your favorite pain in the ass?"
So
So
much poop.
yeah, it's crazy because that loaf, that one meaning could tie into two
Both of
different,
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they have different meanings, which is really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Then he says, "Who claims to be spitting the same flames as me? I'm Kanye when he crashed. In other words, I got the hood on smash, like I stepped on the gas, destroyed the front end, deployed the damn airbags from the dash, went through 'em and laughed. I'm gonna keep going. Came back an hour after the accident and bit a goddamn jawbreaker in half." So that
Jeez.
was a very long scheme.
So was he talking about Kanye West's car accident when he got his jaw wired shut?
Yes.
Oh,
So
got
yeah,
it.
so he did this long, elaborate fucking scheme, which it's interesting because the guys in Slaughterhouse, a lot of them are known for that. I mean, Eminem does it too sometimes. Where he'll carry out this fucking scheme for like really long. But yeah, so the line, "Who's claiming to be spitting the same flames as me?" So obviously, like nobody's as fucking good as me. You're not doing what I'm doing, right? So he says, "I'm Kanye when he crashed." So it's like, okay, so Kanye had the famous car accident.
Yeah.
He did the song Through the Wire with his jaw wired shut. So, that's how he kind of really got on as a rapper. And then he says, "In other words, I got the hood on smash." So you could take that line. He could have ended it
Like an
right there.
accident or like he has it, like he has control of it.
Exactly. Like his music's fucking, killing it. But he like carries on the metaphor or similar. I
Like the
forget
car accident theme.
which one's the metaphor and which one's the simile. I never remember that. I always
Does
forget.
the metaphor use like or as and a
One
simile
of them.
doesn't?
I don't remember which one it
I
is.
remember in school when they would like have us write each, like the like or as was so easy, and then the non like or as, I
I
would
know,
just
right?
like still write like or as, and they'd be like, you can't do that. And I'd be like, how the fuck do I
Oh,
say it's
oh yeah,
anything? And
he's saying like here, but we still don't know which one's the like or as. I think it's a metaphor, or maybe not. It could be a simile, whatever.
I think it's a metaphor.
Mm. So he does. I'm Kanye when he crashed. In other words, I got the hood on smash. So again, that would have been enough. But then he continues. He follows through with that scheme, saying like I stepped on the gas, destroyed the front end, deployed the damn airbags from the dash. So again, it's just the car accident, the front end smashed in, the airbags deployed, went through them and laughed. So I guess
So
went
he
through
didn't
the,
even care.
yeah. And then he says came back an hour after the accident and bit a goddamn jawbreaker in half.
Crazy.
So Kanye broke his jaw in the accident. It was wired
Right.
shut, but Eminem saying he gets into this accident, he laughs about it, comes back an hour after it, and bites a jawbreaker in half, which is impossible. you
Or
know.
is that like a double entendre for saying that like he can own Kanye in a rap battle as well?
I mean, it could be,
Like
a
referring
little
to
shot.
Kanye as the jawbreaker
Could
because he
be.
broke his jaw.
Oh, interesting. Jaw breaker. The jaw breaky, I think he would be.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then he says, so stop faking the funk and get to shaking your ass. Slaughterhouse is in the house with the Caucasian of rap and just blaze on the track. So, yeah, stop faking the funk, start shaking your ass out, get to dancing, stop acting like, you're good or you're about it. Slaughterhouse in the house with the Caucasian of rap. So, obviously, Eminem, the Caucasian of rap.
Mm.
Just Blaze on the track. Just Blaze made the beat. He's the producer. And then he says, what the fuck's more amazing than that? Slut, answer me that. Royce, where you at? And this is where we left off.
Okay.
So you'll notice this cool thing that they do. They each finish their verse and they call out the next person who's going to rap. So, like, they actually mention them by name. They're like, oh, yo, where they at? And then it gets interesting at the end of the song. All right, here we go.
Answer me that. Royce, where you at? I'm right here, fire marshal. Verbal pair of pliers, a prying part two. Lump on your head, designed by a bar stool. Designed by a cartoon. Before I need to be hired, Jimmy, I a fire marshal. The 9 tucked against the lining. I pull it out and flip your partner upside down like y'all are a couple 69ing. It's like Rick James is shooting up your house, nigga. Fuck your couch, nigga. You screaming fuck the world with your middle finger up while I'm over here shoving my dick in the hole in the mud. My bitch know I'm perfectly fit for murder because I murdered her. So you can call me Nickel the OJ the glove. I got a posse of insane clowns. Blow your brains on your opposite ear and ask you how your brain sound. Bad, evil, we go Alfred E. Newman, mad cerebral. You on your last burrito. What that mean, Nickel? It's a rap if you eat and get a beat and terrorize that bitch like I'm Middle Eastern. Slaughterhouse on fire, nobody touching that. Good day and good night, Ortiz, yo, where the fuck you at?
Those lyrics were messed up, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I was like, what the fuck is going
Yeah,
on?
they fucked up a few lines.
Yeah, it was like immature burrito.
So the burrito line was right.
Well, yeah, but what?
Yeah, so we'll get there. Okay, so Eminem ends his verse saying, Royce, where you at? And then Royce comes in, he says, I'm right here, Fire Marshal.
That
So,
was funny.
yeah, play on Marshall Mathers and then Fire
Yeah,
Marshal. Verbal pair of pliers, I'll pry you apart. Lump on your head, designed by a bar stool.
I like that.
Yeah, so he has
That would be like a simile
yeah, I think
because it's
so.
not like real, like you're attributing a human characteristic to what the barstool did to your head.
Yeah,
Like it didn't design
yeah, maybe.
it, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure now either.
We're just gonna go with that. My mom would be so disappointed in me.
Oh yeah, she was an English teacher, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So verbal pair of pliers. So I'll pry you apart. So he's lyrically gonna fucking destroy you. Lump on your head designed by a barstool. So barstool hit you over the head. Give you a lump on your head. So this is an interesting line. He says, designed by a cartoon. Before I need to be hired, Jimmy Isle, fire marshal. Okay, so you need a little backstory for this. So Jimmy Iovine, you recognize the name.
He was with Beats.
So yes, actually, that's funny that you know that. Yes, he's Interscope, right? And he he was part of the people discovering Eminem with Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
So he works at Interscope, Shady, Aftermath, all those record labels, right? Okay, so Royce says designed by a cartoon before I need to be hired. Jimmy Isle Fire Marshal. So the when he says designed by a cartoon before I need to be hired, I guess he's saying that he would be like cartoonish before he needed to get hired. So do you get what I'm saying? So okay, I'll go into the next line and then try to go back. He says, "Before I need to be hired, Jimmy, I will fire Marshall." So it's funny he did the "I'm right here, fire Marshall" up there, but then he says "fire Marshall" a different way. So he says, "Before I need to be hired, Jimmy Iovine will fire Marshall." So Eminem,
Right.
so that's the whole point. He doesn't need to be hired.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
get it? Because like Eminem's like the greatest selling artist. Like there's no way Jimmy Iovine would ever fire Eminem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then so the design by a cartoon. I'm not
Is he saying that like he's just like this crazy guy?
So I'm not sure if he's tying it. Honestly, I'm not positive if he's tying it into the design by a bar stool, right? Do you know what I mean? Like the lump on your head designed by a bar stool,
Like just
designed
like
by
a
a
lump
cart.
that like goes like all the way up like in
Yeah.
cartoons. Okay.
And then he says, before I need to be hired, Jimmy, I have fire marshal. So he's saying like, so Royce is saying he doesn't need to be hired. You know what I mean? Like he can make money on his own. He doesn't need to sign these record contracts or whatever. You know
Okay.
what I mean? So, and then the Jimmy I have fire marshal. So again, he's doing the fire marshal different than he started the
Yeah.
track with, which is pretty cool. Um, it also sounds like Jimmy I will fire marshal, even though he's
Yeah.
not saying that. You know what I mean? Like I Royce will fire marshal. And then he says, the nine tucked against the lining. I'll pull it out and flip your partner upside down like y'all are a couple 69 in.
Yeah.
So he's got the 9 millimeter gun. And then he
Yes.
says, I'll pull it out and flip your partner upside down. So your partner, your man, your friend, your boy, whatever, like you're all a couple 69 in. Self explanatory. It says, it's like Rick James is shooting up your house, bro. And then you hear the gunshots, and he says, fuck your couch, bro. So that's, the reference to the Chappelle Show skit with
Yeah.
Rick James, which is funny. And then he says, you're screaming fuck the world with your middle finger up while I'm over here shoving my dick in a hole in the mud. So he's saying you're just doing a bunch of talk and like showing off by doing the finger. He's like, I'm literally fucking has have my dick in the mud. So like I'm out here,
Yeah, like doing what I have
yeah,
to do, like
actually,
getting my
and like literally,
my dick dirty.
yeah, like literally fucking the world while you're just
Oh
talking,
yeah.
while you're talking about doing it and like, acting all this flamboyant shit. Okay, so this is an interesting scheme too. So he says, my bitch, no, I'm perfectly fit for murder because I murdered her. So you can call me Nickel to OJ to Glove.
Okay, so nickel, I don't get. The glove is the infamous isotoner that did not fit OJ's hand
Yes.
because he was stretching his hand out really, really wide and clearly could not get his hand in the glove.
Yes.
Sorry, I
So
don't, I think he might have done it.
he totally did it. Everybody knows that. So so this is a cool thing he does here. Okay, so the nickel first. He's Royce to 5'9". So five nickel. So he goes by Nickel a lot,
Okay, because I
right?
was like, was he trying to say Nicole
So
because of
that's
Nicole?
but that's
Oh,
what he
that's okay,
that's yeah,
Nicole.
that's what he's doing. So I'm perfectly fit for murder because I murdered her. So you can call me Nickel to OJ to Glove. So yes, the play on Nickel, Royce to 5'9", but it sounds like Nicole, which was
Yes,
OJ Simpson's wife, right?
Nicole Brown
Yeah, and then
Simpson.
he says nickel to OJ to glove. And then, like you just explained, the glove that OJ wore, so fit for murder. So the glove fit. Do you know what I mean? He's saying I'm perfectly fit for murder.
Uh,
That's a reference down to the glove. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And he says, because I murdered her. And that's the OJ, Nicole, because he murdered her, right?
yeah,
So yeah, that's a really cool scheme. I like that part.
yeah. And OJ, if you're watching this, we don't really think you actually killed her.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't kill me or him.
Yes.
Thanks.
And then he says, I got a posse of insane clowns.
Interesting.
So play on Insane Clown Posse.
Eminem hasn't shit on them in a while.
No, he actually kind of makes up with them by the next album.
Why? They're weird. Sorry if any of you
Yeah.
guys like them, but no, thank you.
Yeah.
You would think that I would like them, but like, no,
Yeah. I never got into them.
no.
Honestly, I don't know much about their music, to be honest.
Me neither. Like, I know like one song and I don't like it.
Yeah, I know the Nut in Your Macaroni. I know that one.
That's a song.
Well, it's a line in one of the songs. That's really it.
Oh,
And then How Do Magnets Work, which Eminem makes fun of.
I have no idea what that is.
All right. So I got a posse of insane clowns. Blow your brains on your opposite ear and ask you how your brain sounds. So blow your brains on your opposite ear and ask you how your brain sounds. So he's gonna literally blow your brains out,
With a
and
gun.
then your brains will be
Okay.
by your ear, and you'll be like, "How does your brain sound?" Okay, so this is where the lyrics get fucked up. He says, "Bad, evil, we go." Alfred E. Newman, mad cerebral. So do you know who Alfred E. Newman is?
Bad
Yes.
TV.
Yes. So he goes bad, evil. We go Alfred E. Newman Mad.
Okay.
So
Like
Mad
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 TV and like
TV.
Mad
Yeah,
Magazine.
Alfred E. Newman was wild. He's like got what is it, like red hair, I guess, kind
Yeah,
of.
in the magazine, he was like a little cartoon guy with like, I think it was like two teeth and like a really big head,
Yeah.
something
It's
like that.
Do you
Maybe.
remember? I don't know if you would know this. I don't know if you remember, but when the 2020 election was going on, when it was in the primaries, when like the Republicans and the Democrats were doing their thing, Donald Trump said that Pete Buttigieg looked like Alfred E. Newman.
It's
It
funny.
was really
He
funny. He
does.
does. So yeah, the
Booty judge.
yes.
He
So
judges booties.
bad evil is Royce and Eminem. Bad meets evil. That's their group.
Mhm.
Their duo. And he says we go Alfred E. Newman mad. So Mad TV. Cerebral. We go Alfred E. Newman, mad cerebral. So,
Your head.
yeah. Then he says, "You're on your last burrito," which is actually the line.
Okay.
And then you hear Royce imitating somebody else saying, "What that mean, nickel?" And then Royce continues, "It's a wrap if you eaten." So
Oh, because they
saying
usually are wrapped up in like
it's a wrap.
tinfoil. Oh, it
Well, the
is made of
burrito,
a wrap.
yeah, the
It's a
burrito is a
tortilla, but yeah, it's
yeah.
a wrap.
Then he's so it's a wrap if you're eating, meaning if you're eating, it's over for you because I'm here now and I'm gonna eat and you're not gonna be able to eat anymore. You know what I
I
mean?
want a burrito. They just opened a new place by us.
Nice.
Looks really good.
Nice. So then he
Sorry.
says, "Get a beat, then terrorize that bitch like a Middle Eastern. Slaughterhouse on fire, nobody touching that. Good day and good night. Ortiz, yo, where the fuck you at?"
Okay.
So yeah, terrorism, Middle East,
Yeah.
self-explanatory. Slaughterhouse is on fire. Nobody's touching that. So you literally wouldn't touch fire. You know what I
No.
mean? This is good day and good night. Ortiz, you where the fuck you at? Damn, this
Just
is gonna
covering
be
all the bases.
yeah,
Good day, good night,
it's gonna
good
be a
afternoon,
very long video because we still
good
have two more
evening.
verses.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
That mean nickel, it's a rap bitch like a Middle Eastern. Damn good, quite scared ears,
All right.
tease, yo, where the fuck you at? I'm right here in my Nike ears, buzz light years ahead of my mic peers. Quite scary to look at, a nightmare. Where my book at? I write fear in the heart of you tight squares. I harbor the art of you nice wear. It's tight weird, cause that made me hotter than my dear Uncle Al's breath after polishing off his ninth beer. Homie chill, listen, I swear, I'm God. I give tracks a holy feel, and they bite ears. I'm right here, why wouldn't I be? Just waiting to be hooked obvious. Mum rhymes well when you look at my P. And this joint no exception, so just point a direction and record the pig's point when I rip his intestines. This isn't just an infection. This won't go away with penicillin injections. Millions of questions arose after they did an inspection. What I exhibit seems to be non-contagious, yet anybody could get it. Oh shit it, I did it again. When I lit up this pen, I emitted this phlegm. This time it's alongside Eminem. So tell a friend to tell a friend, bite a disgusting hook, jump in shark water and swim. Yo, where the fuck I'm right here.
Okay, this is a pretty quick verse.
Yeah, it's so funny. I'm so used to going over Eminem's verses. Like I hear another rapper's and I'm like, oh, this should be quick to figure out because it's not, how do I say it? It's not as complex.
So it's interesting. Slaughterhouse Act is like they're up there with him. You know what I mean? Their complexities. Some of these lyrics are fucked up, but all right.
Yeah, that one about P being brown was weird.
So the P part is right. The shit
The
before it
whole
is wrong.
sentence made no sense though.
Yeah, it was a little wrong and it's a little confusing. So okay, Royce ends his verse with Ortiz, yo, where the fuck you at? Joell Ortiz says, "I'm right here in my Nike Airs, Buzz light years ahead of my mic peers." So I just like that. So he's
Because
right
that
here.
was like a type of Nike Air sneakers, right? Like in addition, I think the Buzz Lightyear.
Maybe they did Buzz light years. I'm not sure.
I'm guessing that's why he says it.
No, he's saying in my Nike Airs, Buzz light years ahead of my mic peers.
Um,
So okay. So Nike Airs, obviously sneakers, and he says Buzz Lightyear's ahead. So Buzz Lightyear, obviously from Toy Story, he says
yeah,
to infinity and beyond. So that's like very
yeah,
far, right? So he says
very
Buzz
far.
Lightyear's ahead of my mic peers. So he's way far ahead of, his contemporaries, other people that rap.
Mhm.
Then he says, quite scary to look at, a nightmare. Where's my book at? I write fear in the heart of you tight squares. Okay, I do not know what the fuck he's saying here. He says, I harbor the art of. I think that's wrong. I have the lyrics pulled up on my phone. I don't even understand them, honestly. This bar is either completely going over my head or nobody has the right lyrics. I'm actually going to play it, and I want you to tell me what you're hearing him say. Yeah, he says, I harbor the art of. Let's see what you hear. Oh, oh, where are we? Right there.
Right fear in the heart of you tight squares. I harbor the art of you nice wear. It's
I harbor the heart of your night swear.
It's the art for sure. I harbor the art of.
Your night swear.
So, Lyric Genius says that it is.
Night swear.
I harbor the art of you nice wear, but WEAR.
Eh?
I didn't know if he was saying I harbor the art of you nice where, meaning like where are you nice? Do you know what I mean? Like where would you be considered
Play it like
nice?
once more.
Yeah, I mean we could play it more than once. Just I cannot figure out for the life of me what he's saying and what it means.
Mike Pierce, quite scary to look at, a nightmare. Where my book at? I write fear in the heart of you tight squares. I harbor the art of you nice wear. Squares, I harbor the art of you nice wear. Tight squares, I harbor the art of you nice wear. Tight squares, I harbor the art of you nice wear.
I harbor the heart of you night
Art,
swear.
ART.
I harbor the heart of you nice swear. Of you I swear?
Don't know.
Nightmare?
I harbor the art. So again,
Night
Lyric
scare?
Genius says the art of you nice wear, but WEAR.
Nice bears.
So I don't know. Let me know what you guys hear. Let me, because Unite Square, I don't think that's what he's saying. I don't know what he's saying there.
Nightmares.
All right. Then he goes on, it's type weird, not tight weird. It's type weird
Yeah.
because that made me hotter than my dear Uncle Al's breath after polishing off his ninth beer.
Yuck.
So he's saying, he's mad and then hot. He's equating that if you're hot, you're angry, then hotter than his Uncle Al's breath after his ninth beer. So his Uncle Al's alcoholic,
It's a
had hot breath.
nasty guy.
Yes. Then he says, homie, chill, listen, I swear, I'm God. I give tracks a holy feel and they bite ears.
Okay.
You know the reference?
No.
Okay, so he says Holyfield. It sounds like Holyfield.
Oh, okay, I know it.
Yeah, so sounds like Vander Holyfield is the boxer that got his ear bitten off
By
by
Mike
Mike
Tyson.
Tyson. So when he says, I swear I'm God, I give tracks a holy feel and they bite ears. So the God part is I'm God and HOLY, it's a holy feel, right? And they
Mhm.
bite ears.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so the biting ears is like, okay, it's like
It gets up in
attacking.
your ear
Yeah,
and you're like, ooh.
exactly. Evander Holyfield, and then obviously Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's ear. So yeah, that's a really cool bar.
Was it the earlobe or was it the top of
It
the
was the
ear?
top.
Ooh, that's worse.
Yeah.
It's definitely worse.
So then he says, I'm right here. Why wouldn't I be? Just waiting to be hooked to IV. That's not the line at all.
Monroe's brown when you look at my pee.
No. So he says, just waiting to be hooked to IV as Mum Ra's well when you look at my pee. So Mum Ra, MUMM-RA. He was a villain in the Thundercats. I didn't really watch the Thundercats.
I don't know
Did you
what
ever
that
see them?
is.
It's like a cartoon. They're like these animated like superhero cat like things. So Mum Ra was like the villain, and he says as Mum Ra's well. So he used to like go to like this well to get his energy up, right? So
Okay.
he's saying, I'm right here. Why wouldn't I be just waiting to be hooked up to IV? So like an IV. And then he says as Mum Ra's well. So like Mum Ra went to the well, he got his energy. So he's saying like, oh, the
Okay.
IV, he's hooked up to the IV and getting energy like Mum Ra was. When you look at my P. So that one, again, I didn't really watch the Thundercats, so
Me neither.
I'm
Maybe he
not,
had electric pee.
maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know what that reference is. Then he says, and this joint, no exception. So just point a direction and record the pig's oink when I rip out its intestines. So the logo for Slaughterhouse is a pig.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little play on that, record the pig's oink when I rip out its intestines. Slaughterhouse, killing the pig. And then he says, this isn't just an infection. Uh, this won't go away with penicillin injections. Millions of questions arose after they did an inspection. What I exhibit seems to be non-contagious, yet anybody can get it.
That's cool. Like saying that like he can fuck with anybody.
Yes, so yeah, he does this long scheme about this isn't just an infection, it's not going to go away with medicine. And he says they inspected him, he was inspected, and just millions of questions arose. And they're like, whatever this guy has, it's non-contagious, meaning like not anybody could get what he has, but anybody can get it, meaning his
Like not
lyricals.
anyone can be like him, but like he can fuck with you
Exactly.
and be better than you.
Yeah, you can't have his lyrical skills, but he will get anybody with his lyrical skills.
Mhm.
All right. And then he says, "Oh shit, I did it again. When I lit it this pen, I admitted this phlegm, this time along it. So he's doing this lit it, you know what I mean? Lit
Sure.
it this pen, admitted this phlegm along it. He's like adding the D's into it.
Okay.
And he says, so tell a friend to tell a friend, write a disgusting hook, jump in shark water and swim. Yo, where the fuck is Crook? All right, last verse.
I'm right here letting the shotty pop, quick as a karate chop. Get your body shot, get your top chopped like a lollipop. Colored Maserati drop in the body shop. Get your mommy knocked and your Uncle Tommy Molly wop. I take your life to the ninth inning, a knife in the gunfight. I love it, me and my knife winning. I laugh when you fall, the shit'll be funny. I buy my bitch a new ass and watch her sit on my money, man. All the bitches holler, they wanna drop my britches, then jaw my dick and swallow. Leave draws in this Impala. I ball like Iguodala. I bear more arms than 6 koalas. As soon as I draw, get sent to alibi. Linguist done. I kill with the tongue. I'm Attila the Hun. I'm Genghis Khan. I'm a genius spawn. I pillage and village for fun. An egregious con. A syllable gun. Real as they come. Long Beach, a dog. Slaughterhouse equals swine flu. A south blind. We do what you try to do without trying. Cause to us it's so easy. Where's Jump Off Joe BC?
So the funny part, you'll notice, Crook follows through with the scheme of everybody shouting out the next rapper that's supposed to
Yeah, and
go.
he's not there.
Yeah, the song ends, which is really funny. So Crook's verse, I don't know, man. People could argue it's the best. Like the way he flows and shit,
Yeah, he did really
he's
well.
really impressive. So the lyrics are very fucked up. All right, so he says, I'm right here letting the shotty pop, quick as a karate chop. Get your body shot, get your top chopped like a lollipop. So the lyrics on Lyric Genius says, call it Maserati drop. I am hearing colored Maserati drop. So get your body chopped like a lollipop colored Maserati drop.
Oh, that makes
That's what
sense.
I hear. Lyric Genius says, call it. I think it's colored.
Yeah,
Um,
because lollipops are like bright,
exactly.
shiny, fun,
Yes.
colored.
Colored Maserati drop in the body shop.
Because they go like candy, apple red, or
Yeah.
things like that.
So yeah, this is sick that what he does. So I'm right here letting the shotty pop. So shotgun. He says quick as a karate chop. So he's quick with the gun. He says get your body shot and your top chopped. So literally you could literally get shot in the body and then get your head chopped.
Mhm.
So like literally that way. But then he says like a lollipop colored Maserati drop in the body shop.
So like turning it into a convertible.
Yeah, so your top chopped and your body shot. So like, the body of the car, the top of the car. So it's really sick. And it's shop, SHOP, not shot.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then he says, get your mommy knocked and your Uncle Tommy Molly whopped. So self-explanatory,
Mhm.
fucking him up.
Yeah.
I take your life to the ninth inning, a knife in a gunfight. I love it. Me and my knife winning. So he says, I take your life to the ninth inning. So that's obviously like the end of the game.
Yeah, like he kills you.
And then he says, a knife in a gunfight. I love it. Me and my knife winning. So he's happy to be in a
He's
gunfight.
winning with a knife,
Yes.
which is difficult.
Yes. Then he says, I laugh when you fall. The shit will be funny. I buy my bitch a new ass and watch her sit on my money. So If he bought her a new ass, she literally,
Yeah, she has a big bum. Oh, and she was sitting on his money when she sits.
yeah, because he bought it.
Or like
Literally.
he's like having her sit on his money, like physically.
Yeah. And then he says, all the bitches holla. They want to drop my britches, not
My
bridges.
pants.
Yeah, underwear. Then jaw my dick and swallow. Leave drawers in this Impala. I bawl like Iguodala. I bear more arms than 6 koalas. As soon as I draw, get sent to Allah. So, yeah, obviously, so they want to drop his fucking pants, give him
Mhm.
head, leave their underwear in the Impala. And he says, I bawl like
Impala.
Iguodala. Yeah. So he's from the West Coast, so he's into like a lot of that, those cars and shit. He actually has a lot of cars, like he just did the body shop thing. If you remember, you brought up the Shady Cipher
Yeah.
with Yellow Wolf. Crook's in that, and he's in a body shop when he's doing his verse. So yeah, I bowl like Iguodala. Andre Iguodala was a basketball player in the NBA, so I bowl like Iguodala.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who that
And then he
was.
says, I bear more arms than 6 koalas.
So he's got 7 guns?
Yeah, and so, well,
Well, no, at least 13.
yeah, and then bear more arms, so the right to bear arms to like hold guns, and then koala bear, koala,
Yeah,
right? It's cool. Then he says, as soon as I draw, you get sent to Allah. So as soon as he pulls his gun,
you
you're
die.
dead. You're going up to God, Allah. Um, then he says, I kill with the tongue. I'm Attila the Hun. I'm Genghis Khan. I'm a genius spawn. I pillage your village for fun. I think it gets fucked up over here, so I'm gonna read
Genius
from here.
gun, a syllable gun. Like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, that's not what it says. Okay, so yeah. Oh, actually, they fucked it up. They really fucked it up. So he says, as soon as I draw, it gets sent to Allah. Then he says, bilinguist Don. So bilingual, bilinguist Don. So he's a Don that speaks 2 languages. Then he says, I kill with the tongue. So bilingual and then tongue
Yeah,
ties in, right?
because also like you would think like lingua and lengua. Like lengua means tongue in
Yeah.
Spanish.
Then he says, I'm Attila the Hun. I'm Genghis Khan. I'm a genius spawn. I pillage your village for fun. An egregious Khan. So he's saying like he's these infamous murderers, Attila the Hun, Genghis Khan. He's a genius spawn, so he's a genius.
Ingenious gun, a
Yeah.
syllable gun.
I pillage your village for fun. An egregious Khan. So he's saying he's egregious. He's a Khan.
Mhm.
A syllable gun. Real as they come. Long Beach Saddam. And then you hear, so syllable gun, so rapid fire spitting,
Yeah,
real as they come, Long Beach, so he's from Long Beach, California.
California.
So he's saying he's a Long Beach Saddam Hussein. And then he says slaughterhouse equals swine flu. So again, another reference
Because
to the,
they're
the
pigs.
pig. And they're sick. So swine flu, sick. Are south flying. We do it to try to do without trying. Slaughterhouse, because to us it's just so easy. Where's Jump Off Joe Beasy?
He not there.
So, they called him Jump Off Joe. That was like his shit. Jump
Oh,
Off.
wasn't that a song? Wasn't that one of his songs?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
All right. And that was it.
Okay.
Long fucking video, man. For some reason, the last half of this album
43
is like
minutes.
insanely
We've been
long.
sitting here for like I don't even realize like that means that we've been sitting here for 43 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
damn, that's like almost an hour of just sitting here.
Yeah. Listening and
It's
reading to lyrics.
6:46 right now.
Yeah, it's a 4.5 minute song.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So, session one.
It was good. I think it was a tie between Eminem and Crooked Eye.
I'd agree.
And then the second guy, like you tell he tried. Royce,
Royce.
he was trying. He may be third.
It's good.
Joel's like fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so Eminem has a little bit of his verse was longer than everybody else seemingly. So he had a little bit of an advantage there. But definitely when it comes to Slaughterhouse on this track, I'd say Crook for sure. It's a toss up for me between Royce and Joell Ortiz for the second best.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a great song. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
So we are
Interesting.
officially done with recovery. So we will be doing our album review and then we'll do a handful of non-album tracks like we've been doing.
Yeah, so get your requests in. If there's something that you've been requesting like a million times, I'll see if I can find that. But like
Yes.
really just like request on here and tomorrow's video, like really
Yeah,
request
the album review.
here,
Let us
please.
know. So non-album Eminem tracks.
Hmm.
And for those of you mentioning other hip hop stuff, we'll
Yeah.
totally get to it. We're definitely going to do it after we finish Eminem's catalog. If we have time and we can do extra videos, we will do some. So if you have requests for those, if I know it, I'll definitely
Yeah.
break it down. If not, we could listen to it,
Yeah.
react together.
Yeah, like we could do like one non-Eminem
Yeah, for sure.
or
Because we
two.
definitely do listen, both of us listen to a lot of other hip hop besides Eminem.
Yeah, I know other hip hop. You're like Drake.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And Gorilla.
Yeah, so random. All right.
Okay. And like other people too, but I'm not gonna sit here and list every rapper I know.
Yes.
So don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.